Hello everybody. Today we are going to explore Sheen Koesen's poem Beethoven. The poem tells the story of Ludwig van Beethoven, one of the greatest composers in history. The poem focuses on his struggles, his passion for music, and his incredible genius. But before we begin, I would like to ask you, did you check out our store at English Learners? If not, please check it out to find the best study materials for ICSE and ISC exams. Now, without much delay, let's start. The poet begins the poem abruptly by asking us to listen. Then he goes on to tell about Beethoven's childhood. He says that his father made a habit out of hitting him. See, some men drink, some men yell, some men hit their children. This man did it all because I guess all men want their boys to be geniuses. So Koizen here begins by describing Beethoven's difficult childhood. He describes Beethoven's father as an abusive man as he used to hit Beethoven often. The poem mentions different ways men might act out, like drinking, yelling, hitting their children. And Beethoven's father did it all, as he was driven by a desire to make Beethoven a genius. Next, the poet describes the house in which Beethoven lived. He says that Beethoven, little boy, living in a house where a name meant nothing, living in a house where mercy had to be earned through each perfect note, tumbling up through the roof to tickle the toes of angels whose harps couldn't hold half the passion that was held in the hands of a young boy who was hard of hearing. This part depicts young Beethoven in a harsh environment where his name or identity was insignificant unless he played music perfectly. His music was so beautiful that it seemed to reach the heavens and impress the angels whose own harps could not match the passion in Beethoven's music. Despite being hard of hearing, Beethoven's talent and passion were evident since childhood. Beethoven, who heard his father's anthem every time he put finger to ivory, it was not good enough. So he played slowly, not good enough. So he played softly, not good enough. So he played strongly, and when he could play no more, when his fingers cramped up into the gnarled roots of tree trunk, it was not good enough. Every time Beethoven played the piano, he heard the phrase put finger to ivory means playing the piano. So every time Beethoven played the piano, he imagined his father's critical voice saying it wasn't good enough. Here, his father's anthem refers to his father's criticism. Beethoven tried playing slowly, softly, and strongly, but none of these efforts satisfied his father. So he played until his fingers hurt, becoming twisted like tree roots. Yet, it still wasn't good enough. Beethoven, a musician without his most precious tool, his eardrums, could no longer pound out rhythms for the symphonies playing in his mind. He couldn't hear the audiences clapping, couldn't hear the people loving him, couldn't hear the women in front row whispering. This passage focuses on Beethoven's deafness. As a musician, losing his hearing was a tremendous loss. He could no longer hear the rhythm or symphonies he imagined in his mind. He could not hear the applauses and the praises of the audience. Again, he could not listen to the whispers of admiration from the women sitting in the front row. Beethoven, as they let the music invade their nervous system like an armada marching through firing cannonballs, detonating every molecule in their body into explosions of heavenly sensation, each note leaving track marks over every inch of their bodies, making them ache for one more hit. He was an addiction, and kings, queens, it did not matter. Here, the poet describes the powerful effect Beethoven's music had on his listeners. He compares the music's impact to an army invading and causing explosions of sensations. Each note had a lasting effect, making people crave for more, like an addiction. His music was so powerful that it affected everyone, regardless of their social status. The man got down on his knees for no one, but amputated the legs of his piano so he could feel the vibrations through the floor. The man got down on his knees for music. This line emphasizes Beethoven's dedication to music. Although he wouldn't bow to anyone, he cut the legs off his piano so he could feel the vibrations through the floor, showing his commitment to continue making music despite his deafness. And when the orchestra played his symphonies, it was the echoes of his father's anthem, repeating itself like a broken record. Broken record. It was not good enough. So they played slowly, not good enough. So they played softly, not good enough. So they played strongly, not good enough. So they tried to mock the man, make fun of the madness by mimicking the movements, holding their bows a quarter of an inch above the strings, not making a sound. It was perfect. This part describes that when orchestras played Beethoven's music, they felt the same pressure for perfection that Beethoven did from his father. They tried playing slowly, softly, and strongly, but nothing seemed perfect. They mockingly held their bows just above the string without making any sound, which perfectly represented the silence Beethoven experienced. See, the deaf have an intimacy with silence. It's there in their dreams, and the musicians turn to one another, not knowing what to make of the man trying to calculate the distance between madness and genius, realizing that Beethoven's musical measurements could take you to distances reaching past the towers of Babylon, turning solar systems into symbols that crashed together, causing comets to collide, creating crescendos that were so loud they shook the constellations until the stars began to fall from the sky and it looked like the entire universe had begun to cry. Here, the poet emphasizes the fact that how deaf people, including Beethoven, have a deep familiarity with silence even in their dreams. Musicians struggle to understand Beethoven, trying to figure out if he was mad or a genius. His music took listeners to unimaginable places like the land of Babylon, and it also created powerful cosmic imagery. His compositions were so profound that they seemed to shake the universe, making it cry. Distance must be an illusion. The man must be a genius. Beethoven. His thoughts moving at the speed of sound, transforming emotion into music, and for a moment it was like joy was a tangible thing, like you could touch it. Like for the first time, we could watch love and hate dance together in a waltz of such precision and beauty that we finally understood the history wasn't important to know the man, all we ever had to do was listen. The poet concludes by suggesting that distance is an illusion and Beethoven was indeed a genius. His music transformed emotion into something tangible, making abstract feelings like joy, love, and hate feel real and touchable. To understand Beethoven, one only needs to listen to his music without needing to know his entire history. Thus, the poem Beethoven is a powerful tribute to the composer's life, which highlights his struggles and the incredible impact of music that he had on his audience. The poet uses various literary devices to convey the depth of Beethoven's genius and the profound effect his music had on his listeners. Now, let's go through the figures of speech in the poem and understand them well. Let's first discuss the metaphors in the poem. His father's anthem is a metaphor which compares Beethoven's father's criticism to a repeated note or song. Most precious tool is a metaphor which refers to Beethoven's hearing, emphasizing its importance to him as a musician. Detonating every molecule is a metaphor which compares the music impact to explosions. God down on his knees for music is a metaphor which shows Beethoven's deep dedication and willingness to adapt to his art. Intimacy with silence is a metaphor, which compares the relationship deaf people have with silence. Finally, thoughts moving at the speed of sound is a metaphor, which compares the rapid flow of his thought to sound. We have one personification. Notes tickle the toes of angel. Here, human qualities has been given to musical notes. Then we have few similes. First simile is fingers crammed up into the gnarled roots of tree trunks. Here, fingers are compared to tree roots, highlighting the physical strain of Beethoven's efforts while he used to play music. Like an armada marching through compares the music effect to a military invasion. Then we have like a broken record, which compares his father's criticism to a repeating broken record. It was like joy was a tangible thing, compares joy to something you can touch. Then we have another personification. Watch love and hate dance together. Here, human qualities of dancing is given to love and hate. Next figure of speech is anaphora, which is a repetition. You will find repetition of couldn't here. It highlights the significant loss that Beethoven experienced. Then we have a repetition of the phrase some men, which emphasizes the various negative behaviors of men. There are some hyperboles. First one is did it all. The phrase did it all exaggerates the extent of Beethoven's father's abusive actions. Then we have whose harps couldn't hold half the passion. Here exaggeration is in the intensity of Beethoven's music. Each note leaving track marks exaggerates the lasting impression of music on listeners. Then we have descriptions of cosmic events, for example, stars falling, constellations shaking. All these exaggerate the impact of Beethoven's music. Walls of such precision and beauty exaggerates the perfection and beauty of Beethoven's music. Next one is repetition. The phrase not good enough is repeated. Here, the repetition emphasizes the continuous struggle for perfection that Beethoven had. Next, we have irony. Holding bows above the strings without playing sound is described as perfect, which is highly ironic. Then we have one symbolism. Cutting the piano's leg symbolizes Beethoven's innovative approach to overcoming his hearing loss. That brings us to the end of the video. If you want analytical, detailed notes, question answers, and MCQ questions on this particular poem, please check our store because the PDF is already available there. If you found this video useful, please like and subscribe the channel. That is really going to help us a lot. Thank you so much for watching.